Hello, welcome to the St Kilda and Bayside report for April 2016. My name is Gary Peer.
And I'm very melodic, and I'm Jeremy Roses.
You
that
are.
Was a very, I'm Gary Peer.
Well, I'm feeling very musical because there's so
Yes.
many musical things happening, Jeremy.
There is.
Because it's the comedy festival.
There
and if you
is.
want to go and see a great musical, if you get this, see this as soon as it comes out, you can still go and see Velvet, and that's just up the road, Jeremy.
It is.
At the Malthouse Theatre, which isn't, I understand, named after Mickey Malthouse, which I thought it was during his glory years at Carlton, not quite so, but the Malthouse Theatre. And the Comedy Festival, just one of the features of Melbourne.
But it's finishing soon, so
it is.
you've
You've got to
quick.
move quickly. I've
You
seen a few very good acts, Jeremy, none more so than I see every day with you, working with you.
you, Gary.
And I don't have to get a ticket for that one. But
I do charge though.
the Comedy Festival is outstanding. And St Kilda, there's always something going on. We've
There
got something
is.
happening.
There's also something this weekend, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, well, we've got
I don't know how many viewers are skateboarders,
well.
but the Vans Pro Series
Yep.
is on this Saturday, the 16th, in St Kilda.
Whereabouts, do you know?
In a skate park in St Kilda.
Wow, fair enough. That's going on. And of course, we've got all the regular events. We've got the
Yeah,
market,
the
the Esplanade on
markets.
Sunday. And on the first Saturday of every month, we've got the Farmers Market just down there.
And you will
Is it
see
Shakespeare
Gary
Road or
Peer at
Peanut
the
Farm?
Farmers Market.
You will see me there. Best orange juice anywhere you can buy at that Farmers
Is that
Market. Just
right?
tell you right now. It's at the back stall there, but fantastic. Good.
You
Farmers
don't
Market.
have shares in it, or
No agenda other than just
No,
a
it's
goodwill
unusual for
recommendation. Jeremy, let's talk about the real estate because
Let's.
that's what some people tune in to listen to, don't
Indeed.
they?
Watch. They don't listen. They watch, Gary.
Yes.
I'm sure they do listen a bit, but this is no. We're not in the wireless days anymore, Gary.
We aren't we? We've got
We
out
are
of those
wireless,
crystals.
though.
We've got out of those crystals. Let's talk about some of the things that are happening. Some of the sales, maybe.
Busy month last
Been
month,
made.
Gary. Lots of sales happening across the board. and,
Viewers want to know what the prices are like.
well,
What's
well-
going on? Is it going up? Is it
Oh,
going
you
down?
want to know about specifically within the market what's happening generally speaking. It is
Well,
a
both.
good market, Gary.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a good market that in East St Kilda, there's been a lot
Yes.
of publicity lately about East St Kilda. And I
There
read
has.
yesterday
Yes.
that East St Kilda is one of the one or two or maybe even three suburbs within Melbourne that has had 100% clearance rates at auction this year.
Indeed, there has been an article online, and maybe we'll put an image of it over the screen there,
Maybe.
with some commentary, and it does relate to a sale that we had at 183 Alma Road, and I
Which
know that
we did review here.
we did, didn't we?
We did.
We reviewed the upcoming auction, not the sale result. Is that correct?
Correct, because we're going to
Yeah.
review the sale result today, Gary.
Well, I don't mind saying, Mr. Rosens, that this was probably one of the longest auctions that I've ever conducted.
Very cool house, though.
It was a very cool house. The reserve was, I think, 1.3, which was at the top of the range, which
Yep.
was 1.2 to 1.3. And boy, did I get that wrong. It sold 118 bids later for $1,816,000. So that was the standout sale of East St Kilda this year,
Do you know the
2016.
best bit about this GPTV, Bayside TV series, this
What?
particular one,
Yeah, what?
is that we can cut this up
Yeah.
and use it forever because you just said publicly in
Yeah.
front of people, which I've
Yeah.
never heard you say,
Yeah.
that you've got it wrong. So I'm now going to dub that
What did I get wrong?
over every. You said, I don't mind saying I got it wrong. And
The
for
price,
those,
yeah.
well, you got it wrong.
Okay.
It didn't matter what, you said you got it wrong. So we're going to use that. So the people at Visual Domain who are editing this, I want them.
This will all get chopped out.
It won't.
Let's talk about other results, Jeremy.
Let's talk about 6 at 229 Alma Road,
Yep.
which I was doing the auction there for Nikki Joan. A great auction, good competitive bidding, quite range 430 to 480,
Yep.
and an eventual selling price of $537,000 under intense competition, Gary.
What else has been selling and for how much?
One at 60 Carlisle Street, a one-bedroom with a courtyard right on Carlisle Street. Beautiful older style block. Gary, I don't mind saying here, we also got it wrong here because we had a reserve here at the top end of our range at 410, 420, and we had 5 or 6 people bidding, vying for an amazing apartment. Sold for $510,000.
That's
Gary.
extraordinary, isn't it? What a great result.
Good result.
Yes, we don't always get it right, but from our vendors' perspective, they couldn't be more delighted when we get it wrong,
No.
and we get all that extra money for them. What else has been selling for how much? So that flat was how many bedrooms?
One.
How much?
510.
That is right up there for a one-bedroom apartment, isn't it?
And
Right
that's
up
what
there.
happens when
Yeah.
you buy an older style apartment in St Kilda.
And Jeremy Rosen's auctions it for you.
And there will be a segue shortly
Uh-huh.
as to where we're going with that
Right.
line.
Okay.
See if the viewers can figure it out.
Next sale to review, please.
After Orong Road, if it was either after or before Orong Road, we're at 25 Attley Grove. Actually, where we filmed Bayside TV last month.
Yes. it was
Again,
that- it
a
was that
competitive
afternoon.
auction.
Yeah.
Interestingly
Yeah.
enough, Gary, with that auction, we had somebody bidding on that property
Yep.
who had bid on 2 other properties that day.
Yes.
Completely different properties.
Did they win and buy it?
They lost, and I don't know where they are yet, although I know
sure
Daniel's dealing with them.
That's right.
And I think he's got them coming to an auction this weekend.
Very good. So tell us about the result correctly. Or can you? Is it undisclosed?
I can. Well, can I? It was sold over 1.7 million, Gary. Okay. So we'll leave it as undisclosed.
It's undisclosed, but it's sold.
But it was sold over reserve.
Over reserve, and it was very competitive, wasn't it?
Correct.
What else happening? What else?
Lynott Street last weekend. Nikki Janova had an auction there, and that was a great auction. Had the coffee cart there, nice vibe about it.
I don't know if I'm not sure that everybody who watches this have seen our coffee cart. So let's put an image of it on the screen, because that is a beautiful work of art, that coffee cart.
It's
and
fantastic.
It is coffee that is not brewed at home or in our office. It is from Los Chicos, who are the Los
shout out to
Chicos,
them.
you know, probably one of the most vibrant, exciting, dynamic and successful cafes in the region. They are situated just under the railway line. The railway track line overpass. You go under the overpass, not over the underpass. And it's right there.
Really taken a long way.
Yes, so well done to them and the coffee van. And come to our auctions. We are showing where the coffee van is on our website, I think, don't we?
Do you know on the weekend, happened for the first time, Gary? Mm-hmm. One of the potential buyers came to the auction. I was having a bit of a chat with her. I said, go and get a coffee from the van, and she said, okay. She went over there. She got the coffee. They handed it to her. She opened her bag, pulled her wallet out, and proceeded to pay the guys money for the coffee.
And she pulled out $10 to pay. And
she pulled out 10.
We said, you don't have to do that, but we'll take 50s. That's not true. We didn't take any money, but that's the extreme opposite to others who have said, oh, I'd like my coffee a bit stronger, who don't pay anything. Let's keep going, Jeremy. We're running out of time.
A number of other sales. One on Inkerman Road, which I did the auction. You were there, actually, for Michael Jonas.
Yes.
We passed that in at auction, but sold it within 24 hours to the highest bidder. So it's an auction sale as such.
Tale, because it was up for auction once before?
It was for sale once before.
With us or another way?
With us.
Okay.
With
what
us.
happened the time before?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot. But we had a bit of a false start. We had 2 or 3 weeks, and then the owner decided to rent it out.
And that's the auction process, isn't it? It brings things to a head, which is why we support it and love it.
6 at 332 Dandenong Road in St Kilda East. That was sold by Limor and Joseph, $495,000.
Yep.
Interesting case study there, Gary.
Why?
We say that prices for property double every 10 years.
Yes.
And we charted that because she's owned it for 30 years, the vendor there, lovely lady.
Yes.
Exactly, almost to the dollar, it doubled every 10 years.
There you go.
The viewers can do the math on what she paid.
Well, there you go. Very interesting.
I want to talk about a number of other properties, Gary, that went to auction. And when I say a number, there's only 2. One, the post office box on Inkerman Street.
Yes,
the old post office, not the post office box. We're selling the whole flat.
I thought, gee, I know people sell beach boxes, but I didn't know they sell post office boxes.
We sell car spaces, beach boxes, but not letter boxes.
Right.
It failed to sell at auction, but it is now priced beautifully at $510,000, 2 bed, 2 bath, 1
Great
car.
opportunity. And again, just for those viewers interested, most properties sell within 2 or 3 weeks after they're passed at auction. So if you see something passed in, don't think that it's not going to sell or it's a dud or something. Just go out and have a look, because often that's when the pricing is the sharpest.
It's opportunity knocks, Gary, when it passes in, which reminds me of For.
I can hear it at the door right now. Go on.
Was that you tapping one of the bricks in this solid brick apartment, Gary?
What a beautiful segue.
No,
solid brick, did you say?
It's not quite the segue yet, because 4 at 3 Wando Grove, we were very close on auction day, but we couldn't close the deal. By the time this goes to air, Gary,
probably gone,
which is probably today, it'll be sold, because I think it'll be sold tonight. Okay, because it's good buying at $475,000, 2 bed, 1 bath.
Good
updated in East St Kilda.
Let's do a review of some of the upcoming properties. Talking about, firstly, where we are right now.
Let's talk about where we are, Gary, because we're in Burnett Street, which is quintessential St Kilda.
This is right in the guts of it, isn't it? I love this street because there's so many great period homes, so many interesting properties.
It's a nice mix.
It is, because you've got a couple of gracious old blocks of apartments.
You've got terrace houses.
You've got some terrace houses, some very opulent ones. You've got a few that have been amazingly renovated, some that are still a bit raw but are on their way to being renovated.
St Kilda Hill. This is on the cusp of St Kilda Hill,
high
Gary.
on St Kilda Hill.
And this is
riding high on St Kilda Hill.
Okay, Gary. We are at, I don't mind saying it, the Paris end of Burnett Street, Gary.
Oui, Monsieur Rosens. Tell us about it. Let's keep going. Talk about the apartment. Let's go. You started this.
Gary, Unit 1 at 42 Burnett Street. This one is a ripper. A beautiful older style apartment. We're on the ground floor here. 2 spacious bedrooms, beautiful polished timber floors, balcony onto the street, open fireplace, air conditioning, heating. There's a communal area, there's laundry facilities, there's an updated bathroom, an updated kitchen. This one is a ripper. The auction is, Gary, on the 30th of April at 11:30 a.m. Daniel Mickmucker handling, and I'll be doing that auction and looking forward to it.
You'll have the pleasure of it. What a great property right in the heart and buzz of central St Kilda.
Correct, Gary. 68133 Alma Road in St Kilda East. A fantastic 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car.
I think I'm auctioning that one.
You are on the corner of Ravensgrove there. Looks like a nice, neat apartment. Going to auction on the 16th of April at 11:30 a.m. Okay. 23B Alexandra Street, St Kilda East, Gary. Adam Joski selling this one.
Now that's a great looking property.
Superb. It's a beautiful looking town residence, this one.
Yep. It's on the front page of the paper last week.
It was. 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 2 car. Got the lot 1st of May, 2:30 p.m. Great apartment, that one. Or great property, I should say. It's not really an apartment, is it, Gary?
No, it's a town residence.
Town residence. It's a home. Town home.
It is a home. What else we got on offer?
Well, 6 at 98 Park Street in St Kilda. By the time this goes to air, I don't know whether it'll go to auction
West.
or not.
We think it might be sold, but if it doesn't get sold, come to the auction.
That's a great apartment. Older style.
That is an older style.
And very good looking apartment block there. 1 bed, 1 bath. Beautifully decorated.
We love it in St Kilda West. This weekend you've got a great property that I think is going to attract a lot of attention. You're the auctioneer. I might come down and check you out. It's in the heart of it, in Vale Street, St Kilda.
Come and get a coffee, because the van should be there.
Yes.
Apartment 1, number 9, Vale Street. This is kind of, it's a modern block.
Yes, it is.
But it's a take on a kind of loft warehouse style.
Got that kind of cool commercial
Uber
feel.
cool, Gary, in a hot spot in the good part of Vale Street. Actually, let me rephrase that. Because all parts of Vale Street are good, but this is the best part of Vale Street.
Right.
2 bed, 1.5 bath, 1 car, beautifully renovated, and going to be a great auction. I'm hoping so at least.
Outstanding. I love Vale Street almost as much as I love the Avenue. I think you're going to tell us about something there, aren't you?
I am, Gary. Unit 10 at number 5B, the Avenue, goes to auction this weekend. Fabulously renovated, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1 car. I'll be doing that auction for Darren Krongold, and looking forward to seeing Darren down there.
It's 2:30, isn't it, in the afternoon?
It is, Gary.
Darren will be putting the hard word on you to do a good job there.
He will be indeed. 7 at 33 the Avenue is another one that we're going to be auctioning.
We are busy in the Avenue.
In the Avenue.
Yeah.
Is there a song, Girls on the Avenue?
It is. And some people think it's, a song about
girls.
Street walkers, but it's not actually. Richard Clapton said, no, it's not. So just clear that one up. Move on. The Avenue.
So many funny things that are entering to my mind about that song
and
and that guy's name.
Yeah.
7 at 33 the Avenue. This is a beautiful town residence here. 2 or 3 bedrooms, depending on how you want to set it up. Over a few levels with garaging for potential for 2 cars there as well.
Yep.
This is a really good townhouse. Going to be sold somewhere in that 8 to 9 bracket.
Sounds reasonable.
Should be good buying. 9 at 71 Westbury Street.
Loving that address too.
The Samuel brothers have come back down to St Kilda.
Come rolling into town, haven't they?
They've come in, 2 bed, 1 bath, 1 car, balcony, beautifully renovated and a good apartment. This Sunday, Gary, I'm going to be doing an auction for Daniel at Unit 2 at 135 Hotham Street in St Kilda East. Ground floor, renovated, 2 beds, got a balcony that's enclosed and the most large, beautifully decorated courtyard garden, Gary, all decked out.
In addition to the courtyard and balcony?
Yes, enclosed balcony. So it's really become like a dining area or a study, a flexible floor plan, if you like.
Like an alfresco living area.
Oh, yes. It's very
avant-garde.
Let's
keep going.
34 at 53 Balaclava Road, Greyfriars, I think they call it. Enough with your nonsense.
You put me in the French end of
No, I didn't. It's the Paris end, not the French end. Okay, so you
talk to us about Balaclava.
Take your Pepe Le Pew nonsense and get on the road. 34 at 53 Balaclava Road. Joel Sir, I'm not sure who's auctioning that one. I think you might be auctioning
might have
that.
the auction honours there. I love that building. It's got beautiful grounds and gardens.
It's got a really nice big gate, big sort of wall at the front with driveways, almost columns. Very European-like, Gary. Really? Not French, so don't.
Okay.
And not Italian. But it's 1 bed, 1 bath, great apartment, got the open fireplace, beautiful vistas out to the block.
Now, you've rapid-fired these options.
I have.
I don't think they're in any order.
They're
not in date order, they're not in street order, not in price order.
They're just in the order that I wanted them in.
They're just randomly just plucked and just vomited on the screen, aren't they, really?
Well, sometimes you can't let perfection get in the way of progress, Gary, and I think you spend a little bit too much time looking in the mirror, making sure you look great, and I've got to tell you, it's probably a waste of time, because if this is the end
what's
product...
What's going on with your hair? You've actually got a cut.
I have succumbed
like a shaggy
to
dog.
public sentiment here, because a lot of people emailed ideas at ideas@garyp.com to tell me to get my fluffy head chopped.
You look like a shaggy dog.
I've cut it, and my wife is upset, but a lot of clients have commented that I look more like a real estate agent.
Did your wife like it long and
She
wild?
did.
Yeah.
If she had her way, I would have a beard and long hair.
You'd be totally unrecognisable.
Yeah.
She'd like that. That's a big wrap on the Kilda and
It is,
Bayside.
Gary.
It's all happening as we enter and immerse ourselves into this autumn period. There's lots going on.
Can you see behind us, Gary?
Oh, it looks beautiful.
It's about 20
I know,
something.
nothing autumn about the weather, and St Kilda's got that all-round hot feeling anyway. It's summer all year in St Kilda, but
Always hot
the
and
market,
spicy, Gary, in St Kilda.
the market continues to perform strongly. If
does.
you're thinking of selling, we'd love to help you. If you're thinking of buying, we'd love to help you. If you want to rent something out, come and see.
If you
Jeremy
want a
and the
coffee,
team.
you can come to the auctions.
Yeah.
If you want a coffee and a
Why
chat,
not?
you can come to the office.
Indeed, we look forward to seeing you, keeping you informed as to all things St Kilda and Bayside. My name is Gary P.
I'm Jeremy Rosens. Thanks for watching. Have a great month. We'll see you next time.
Bye now.